For the second day in a row, our air quality took a dip late in the day today with the continued wildfires burning in our area. It could continue for quite some time. Our air quality is sitting at the unhealthy for sensitive groups range right now. Good evening. Thank you for joining us here at Crimson News at 10. I'm Joshua Robinson, and that air quality right now could mean that sensitive groups could experience health effects. So as we welcome in meteorologist Michelle Boss. Michelle, could the air quality potentially get even worse?
You know, it really depends on a lot of things. We're hoping it'll get better because we're looking at cooler temperatures for the next several days, some substantial rainfall in the area. So if those help firefighters get a handle on those fires, there'll be less smoke to be spreading around. But we're also expecting very windy conditions on Sunday, and that could also fan the flames of active wildfires. So a lot of it's dependent on the activity of the wildfires, and that's something we can't really predict. We are looking at good weather for firefighting, though, in the short term. We've got lots of cool temperatures, lots of rainfall falling across the area right now. Spokane not quite into it, though the winds are just starting to pick up. I can see lightning in the distant east. Here's a couple of preliminary rainfall reports. Lewiston picked up 0.13 of an inch over the last couple of hours. That's as of 9 o'clock. Pullman got about 0.3 of an inch. Might be getting some raindrops here just now. We do have a flash flood watch for much of northern Washington, the Idaho Panhandle, down across the Palouse, down into the Lewiston area, mainly for the areas in higher terrain or over burn scars, because we do expect to see some slow-moving thunderstorms which could dump a lot of rain in a short amount of time. Temperature-wise, though, very comfortable. 68 degrees in Spokane, 60s across central Washington, 63 in Lewiston. We saw highs today mainly in the 70s. Next couple of days are going to be on the cool side. We'll see the scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with a high of only 70. The sunshine returns on Sunday. Should be a pretty nice day. A little bit breezy, 76 degrees, and a fall-like day to start our work week. Sunshine and a high on Monday of 72.
Thank you, Michelle. The FDA is expected to give full approval to the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine next week and could approve it as soon as Monday. Right now, the 2-dose Pfizer vaccine has approved for emergency use under the FDA. According to Politico, though, the incoming approval would be in effect for people 16 and older. The New York Times also reported that they tried approving it on Friday, but there was still additional paperwork that needed to be finished. Meanwhile, more than 1,000 people fled to the Spokane Arena tonight for a protest march and rally against the latest wave of COVID-19 vaccine mandates. After meeting first at the Spokane Arena, protesters marched towards Sacred Heart Medical Facility, and the event was hosted in part by Church and State. That's an online media group based out of Spokane. The rally was hosted in response to a string of vaccination mandates from Governor Inslee. First, from last week, when he called for vaccination requirements for all state employees, followed by an expansion of that mandate this week to include K-12 teachers. The protest also comes on the same day that the Spokane Regional Health District reported 330 new COVID cases in Spokane County. That's the 5th highest total we have seen all year, and the 4th time the county has passed 300 new cases this month. At the state level, the Department of Health continues to monitor statewide hospitalizations, which have been pushed near 100% capacity this week. And the Spokane Valley Walmart will be closed until Monday for cleaning due to the COVID-19 surge. The location on East Sprague Avenue closed today at 2 p.m. It'll reopen Monday at 6 a.m. They will be closing to allow their employees time to restock their shelves and prep the store for reopening. Walmart will also be providing employees a $150 bonus if they do get vaccinated. Tonight, the Grand County Health District wants to warn people about a potentially harmful algae bloom near Priest Rapids Dam. They issued the warning after a report of a dog becoming ill and dying after spending time in the Priest Rapids recreation area. The recreation area has now been closed, and the public should stay away from the water near desert air and look out for the blue-green algae blooms as well. Today, the Regional Health District has reported a high number of COVID-19 cases. As we mentioned earlier, 330 new cases were reported today, and 160 people are currently being hospitalized for COVID-19. In addition to those cases and hospitalizations, 3 new deaths were also reported. Moving on to the Panhandle Health District tonight, where 36 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed today. This brings the total number of cases to over 28,000 since the start of the pandemic. And additionally, no new deaths were reported, but there are currently 92 people being hospitalized in the district. WSU head football coach Nick Rolovich announced yesterday that he would be following the governor's mandate regarding the vaccine requirement. But there was some confusion if Rolovich would be getting vaccinated or if he would seek a medical or religious exemption. Previously, it was believed that Rolovich had not gotten the vaccine due to a personal exemption. But in practice today, Rolovich was asked to clarify his comments that he made yesterday about the mandate.
You're the state's highest paid employee. Just what kind of message do you think you're sending by not saying what you'll do in terms of the mandate?
I'm gonna follow the mandate.
Now, the new Washington mandate is set to start on Monday. And as you can imagine, this pandemic has kept our Verify team very busy, debunking medical misinformation on social media and answering your questions. Evan Kozloff and our Verify team are looking into questions about potential booster shots.
Coronavirus continues to keep us all on our feet as new information seems to come out every day. First, the CDC recommended an additional dose for immunocompromised people. Now, officials say they're prepping a plan for all adults to get a booster. And the boosters under consideration are all for mRNA vaccines, meaning a third dose of the Moderna or Pfizer vaccines as early as September 20th. But on social media, people are wondering, where's Johnson & Johnson in all of this? Let's verify. Right now, are Johnson & Johnson vaccines included in the plan? Our sources are the country's top doctors from CDC, the FDA, NIH, HHS, and the White House. In this joint statement, they all say that 8 months after that second dose of either Pfizer or Moderna, you can get a third dose. As for those that got the J&J vaccine, they say you'll likely need another jab, but no decision just yet.
The J&J vaccine was not administered in the U.S. until March of 2021. And we expect more data on J&J in the coming weeks. With those data in hand, we will keep the public informed with a timely plan for J&J booster shots.
So basically they're saying we just need more time to collect more data. A Janssen spokesperson told us, quote, "We are engaging with the US FDA, CDC, and other health authorities, and will share new data shortly regarding boosting with the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine." So we can verify that as of right now, the White House's booster plan does not include Johnson & Johnson recipients, though that could change in the near future. But remember, all of this still needs to go through the CDC and the FDA. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
The Moses Lake superintendent is stepping down soon after being investigated for using a school district credit card and issues with his reporting of leave time, among other issues. The Moses Lake School Board met today and voted to give its president power, while Superintendent Josh Meek takes steps that will lead to his resignation. That investigation started earlier this month, and in addition to that credit card and leave time issue, he also claimed project-related stipends without board approval. In other top stories tonight, law enforcement are asking for the public's help to find two little boys. Take a look at your screen. 8-year-old Manson Rowley and 6-year-old Arson Magnum. Police think that the boys have been taken by a Utah man. Officials say 33-year-old Derek Rowley, pictured here, is the suspect. He may be headed to Washington State. Rowley is the father of Manson, but police say he has a court order that keeps him from seeing his son. It's unclear right now what his relationship is to Arson. Rowley is about 6 feet tall. He has tattoos of a crown on the left side of his neck, a skull on his hand, and other tattoos on his left arm. All three might be traveling in a gold 2004 Chevy Silverado that's hauling a fifth-wheel trailer with a Washington State license plate 51311AE. Anyone who spots Rowley, the missing boys, or the suspect vehicle pictured here should call 911 immediately. Well, Andrew Hall is a Spokane firefighter, but he's now gaining a heap of attention for his spare time activity as a bladesmith, because now he's more than just an amateur, he's a champion. In today's Inland North Best, KREM 2's Tim Pham caught up with him to learn more about what it took to become the Forged in Fire champ.
A hammer meets metal, forged in fire.
22, 23, 2400 degrees, pretty hot. I'm thinking about where the metal is going to go and how I hit and with what type of hammer changes how things are going to spread out.
What starts as a simple piece of metal turns into something one of a kind.
Oh, wow. Having something that you can keep and have forever, that's what appeals to me. So I call that like a legacy tool or a legacy item.
It's a legacy built in Andrew Hall's Coeur d'Alene garage, but his passion for bladesmithing began in the Scouts, and in his high school metal shop class, he took not once, not twice, but 5 times.
I don't know how I got away with that, but they let me keep doing it, so I did it. My name is Andrew Hall, and I've been bladesmithing for about 5 years.
His dedication to his hobby led him to the popular show Forged in Fire on the History Channel. 4 metal workers go head-to-head to make a historical weapon from scratch.
It's exactly like it is on TV. Like, you walk in, you introduce yourself, they tell you what your challenge is, and it's go time.
Gentlemen, we want you to build this. The Walloon.
The show throws all sorts of challenges at the bladesmiths and puts their swords to the test.
Can they cut up a pig and bash into a flaming door, of all things? Like, who tries to chop down a door with a sword?
Today's Forged in Fire champion is Andrew. Congratulations, man.
Hall's sword survived the test and won the title of Forged in Fire champion, along with a $10,000 prize.
I poured my heart and soul into this sword, and for that to win me the title of Forged in Fire champion, that's a dream come true. It's just a validation of all the time that I spend in this 3/4 of my garage by myself sometimes. And I also think it was hopefully a validation to my family too, that the time that I'm not with them, or the late nights or the early mornings, isn't just time wasted.
While winning the show is a huge accomplishment, Hall doesn't do this for the applause. He takes pride in showing others about his hobby.
Yep. Good.
Hall says it's about taking pride in your work and the work that goes into it, not just knives, but everything we use. It's a legacy he hopes to pass on to his daughter.
In the world of 2-day shipping and instant gratification, there is a call for making something with your hands and doing it the hard way.
Well, still to come tonight, a semi-truck crashed into a Dutch Brothers coffee today. We'll bring you the latest update to that situation, and we'll tell you what police say could be part of the cause. Plus, a local college is changing their masking guidelines for the upcoming school year. We'll tell you what their decision was coming up.